giving up 100% for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe tell us more about that.
So
what is that 100%?
Okay, so when, let's say you got your job and all that, so you have to give few percentage to here and there, right? And to people also that are your clients and all that. So it reached to a point where I was just like, oh man, I can't even work anymore. The only time that I have energy is when I have a pre-workout meal, and all of a sudden my mind and brain is just like open and I can train. And after when it's done, you're just dead. You can't talk, you can't everything. And when to walk also, you're just like dragging your feet and all that kind of stuff. So I think about a week into a month, I was like, my body was just telling me like, yep, this is where you need to stop working already, and you need to like fully dive into this, or else it's just you're gonna half-ass it, you know? Yeah, something else is gonna fall. It's either your clients are not gonna get the best out of you, or your competition, you're gonna come out of the competition feeling like, shit, if I have done that kind of feeling.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I know what to do. So I told all my clients, like, dude, I can't train you for like a whole month because it's affecting my performance. I can't train, I can't sleep and all that. So all I need to do is just like stop training for you all for like a month. So that's putting a lot of dent on my expenses, my pay, my money and all that. It comes from there. Yep. I knew I was going to suffer for like few months.
So you made a loss in that aspect, right?
I mean,
and you are aware of it, right?
I was aware of it. I knew I was going to suffer for the next few months, and it was like coming close to New Year's and everything was October and all that, October, November and all that kind of stuff. So before October also was the Dream Aesthetic and all that, right? So I knew like, I was going to sacrifice actually having your rice bowl. That was the biggest sacrifice that I felt like, okay, this is, I've no family here to like, hey, here's some money and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I had my girl who was very supportive. I'm surprised that she could deal with all the shit that I was going through and all that. But yeah, I would say that's the biggest sacrifice, man. Like after when the show was done, after when the comm was done, it was still not done because now you don't have enough money to cover up for the next few months. So you still have to struggle all the way. The struggle is still not over yet. You need to know how to spend here. You need to know how to spend there because you kind of put a gap and push everything aside and say, I'm only going to do bodybuilding. Why? Because I fucking love it. I know I'm going to go through all of this, but I fucking love this shit. So I did it. So that's the biggest sacrifice I feel like in terms of financially. I mean, you can be emotional and anything like that, but when it comes to financial and you need to think about your next, it is to a point where you have to think like, okay, can I spend this much for my next meal or not? Will I have my meal plan for it throughout the whole week or not? So everything had to be very meticulously calculated and like, oh, I can't go out here. I can't take my girl out anywhere. Like no more dates and all that kind of stuff. New Year's, just chill at home, that kind of thing. Yeah, it was a big sacrifice for me.
That's a very big sacrifice. And I think the passion and the love that you actually put, that's what I think like some people, you know, people out there, they can either relate or they cannot relate. Yeah. You know, like people who don't understand, they will just question, why are you doing this?
Why the fuck are you
right?
You're retarded.
But you see, like people who understand, right? People who went through the same grind that you did, right? Like, you know, like lifted the same iron that you lifted, right? People who understand how heavy it is to row, how heavy it is to squat, right? Yeah. They understand the pain, they can resonate with you. Yeah. Right. And I think
so few that can.
Yes. And this is what I think like naturally as a human being, it's just natural. When you love something, right? You tend to do something out of the line. Yeah. Right? Some people will call it stupid. Yeah. Right? If you love a girl, sometimes you do stupid stuff.
Stupid stuff. Right? Yeah, true.
For you love bodybuilding. Yeah. Right? And people who don't understand your love towards bodybuilding, they will question, why are you doing this?
Yeah. It's just bodybuilding. Why are you so into it?
I can totally resonate with you because this is what you love. Yeah. Right? Generally, as a human being, that's what you love. Of course, you will put all the dedication that you can. Yeah. You know, like your passion, you put all your energy, you know, into doing it and into making it successful.
Yes. Yeah.
So and how you keep yourself strong in this process and you move forward? It's your question, right?
Mentally, right?
I think along the line he actually answered it.
Really? I did.
Yes, because your love towards bodybuilding, your passion towards bodybuilding, right? Yeah. And you know that it's very clear in your head. Yeah. Right? That's what kept you strong. That's what I can understand.
Yes.
Right? My next question is like, what's your ultimate goal?
Yeah.
From this?
Yes.
I mean, of course, to get a pro card, right?
You want to have a pro card.
That's what I want. But if that doesn't happen, so I still want to make a dent, like, you know, in terms of my impact. And
make a mark.
Yeah, make a mark or something like that. Like, have my own brand, that kind of thing. At the end, I want to make to be able to have a lifestyle with what I'm doing right now. I mean, I've sacrificed so much, I've pushed so far and all that. And I know it's still a long way for me to go. But I'm going to do it. I'm still going to fucking do it. But at the end, I just want to sit back and say like, yeah, I did that. And now I'm flourishing because of I made this by myself. I did this for myself. Yeah.
Okay, this is my own personal question. Okay.
Yeah.
Back then when I was an athlete also, I always wanted to get this pro card.
Yeah.
And then after I stopped myself saying that no. Because my vision is, if you're going to ask me, will I be able to win any Olympian in the stage over there? I'll say no.
Yeah.
Yeah, like me asking, can I be the next president? I will say no, I cannot, man. In Singapore, I can't.
Yes.
Anywhere else, I can't, because his reality is no, right?
Yeah.
But I see multiple of our athletes, they still have the vision of getting this pro card.
Yeah.
And then they are my friends, even you know. For that, they need to put so much of sacrifices, which is money,
Yes.
your health,
Yes.
your time, and people who loves you, you neglect their time.
Yeah.
And then you're aiming for this pro card.
Yeah.
Eventually, you get it.
Yeah.
Because you put so much. Oh, but the worst part is sometimes people won't get it. At the last pause, they won't get it. And some people, they borrow people's money to just want to get this thing and stuff.
Yes, yeah, I've seen that also. Yes.
But at last, so they cannot get. And after that, they became very bad in the industry and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But is this all worth it? Not? Because you see, after you get, will you be able to win in the bigger stage?
Yeah.
Or are you going to just share the stage with the bigger guys? And you're going to come back and do what you need to do? Yeah, you know what I mean. Right? See, when you go compete in a very big stage, you come back, you're not a big international trainer now. You are still NASH trainer. I'm the still person trainer. We can put our name beside elite trainer. But we still charge the amount. If you're going to charge like crazy amount, what will happen?
Nobody's going to afford.
No one's train if your stuff. So I want to just understand the fellow athletes. When you aiming for this, what is the next goal?
Okay. So I'm sure like I'm not going to be the next Mr. Olympia or the CBAM or something like that, but to be able to like even just grace the stage, right?
Share the stage.
Yeah, that's it. I'm happy really. Like I get a pro card. And then if I'm able to go that far, right? I'm not aiming, but if I get to go that far, man, I'm like, all right, this is I'm good. I'm happy. Even I don't win it, but I get to grace the stage. Because how many people from where I'm coming from get to do that?
Yes.
So somewhere along the way, someone's going to look up at me and like, dude, if this guy can just grace the stage, maybe I can just step up a little bit or something like that. So to inspire something like that, I mean, it's nice.
Yeah.
But to sum up what your question is, I mean, the question you gave me is like, okay, aim as far as you can go. All right. That's what I'm aiming for. If I don't make it, I'll fall in the stars or the clouds. That's the whole idea of it.
That's the mindset.
So, that's the mindset. So I might not reach it, but wherever I fall on is definitely going to be still fucking high. It's not where I want to be, but yeah, I'll fall in the stars or the clouds or something like that. So I feel, don't set a limit of like, this is where I want to reach. Because whenever you set a limit of this is where I want to reach, you're going to fall short a little bit of where you want to reach. So fucking aim far.
Yep.
And then if you fall, you're going to fall in the stars or the clouds or something.
Yeah, but if you reach that, whatever that you aim for, right?
Good.
Still, right?
That's
Right?
a bonus.
There's nothing
that's
to
a bonus.
lose.
Yeah, that's
there
a
is
goal. That
nothing
was
to
the
lose,
goal,
yes.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me, there is a saying that says, every champion was once a contender who refused to give up.
Yep.
Right? So all of us are contenders,
Yes.
right? The one that actually made the champion, became the champion, right, was the one who actually refused to give up and keep on believing. So
And
I think,
I'm sure different doors will open up here and there as you try to go deeper and deeper into what you want. So you figure out like, oh shit, this door is open up for me, and like, yeah, maybe this is what I actually want.
Which, like, for you, has it like, like competing, has it opened up a lot of doors for you?
You secure any
you can,
sponsorship so far?
I wouldn't say like big bodybuilding sponsorship, like basic stuff like this supplement vitamin brand Xandro or something. They just give you one time and say like, can you make up some reels and this show, and that's
So
about
you
it.
were reached out for that also?
Yeah, I think everybody here in Singapore has been reached out for that.
Oh, no, I think
no.
I think no. I think it's like only specific people actually got reached out. Yes.
But in terms of like real bodybuilding stuff, I don't think so. Yeah.
Okay.
So what bodybuilders wants? What NASH want?
I mean, of course, to be sponsored, to have something that fuels me to really go all out in terms of bodybuilding. I don't have to like, oh no, I can't like right now, I can't 100% go all the way in my off season and all that, because why? You still need a job, you need to do this, you need to do that, you got commitments and all that, and you need to make money. So of course, having a proper sponsorship in terms of getting your supplement sponsored, or somewhere along the way that takes off the burden of you having to invest so much, because bodybuilding is a very expensive sport. They always say, oh, golf is an expensive sport. Oh, please, like, golf is not that expensive. Try to be a bodybuilder, and you know how expensive it is. The amount of sacrifices in terms of financially you have to make is there. So I feel, if there was like a proper sponsorship or something like that, that would be nice, actually. Yeah.
So, now you're going to tell to the viewers, a new viewer, that a new bodybuilder, upcoming bodybuilder, not a bodybuilder yet, so upcoming gym guy, he want to go and compete. What advice will you give him?
Patience.
Yeah. So you say, no, I'm going to train for a year and I'm going to step the stage. Is it a wise idea?
I mean, I would say take about 2-3 years. Like, I took about like few years before I even stepped on stage.
Like, you see, nowadays, our next generation, like 18 years old chaps, and starting to work out for maybe 6 months, and they step in the stage. Is it a good idea to ask them to compete, or they should actually take maybe a year, 2, 3, understand the physique? What will you say?
For me, I would say, of course, take a year or two to grow, go on a cut phase, see how your body develops from this, go watch a few shows, know what you're going to go up against and all that. If within 6 months and all that, and you say, like, this is going to be my first show, there's a lot of stupid things you're going to do. You're going to start to do this because you want to reach there. You're not like kind of like sitting down and watching it from afar and like, oh, this is what I'm going to actually do. This is a strategy that I'm going to take and blah, 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 blah. You're just like 6 months, what can I do? Oh, okay, I'm going to like, gear up and like go all the way in, jack up on this, jack up on that. I want to be the best. I want to be the best because why? I got 6 months or like a year or something like that. And that's where they fall short. So what's he saying? Like the faster you climb, the faster you fall or something like that. Right? So of course, the faster you climb, you're going to slip and fall. Eventually you're going to slip and fall because you're not looking where you're stepping.
Yep.
So you're just going to slip and fall. So if you make it, good for you. Or maybe, your luck was in your way and all that. Good for you. But my advice, I would say patience. Like, to sum up everything, patience. Like, bodybuilding, I would say, is the highest form of patience. Like, it's not about building the biggest muscle and blah, 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 blah. You can build the biggest muscles if you have patience.
Yeah. True. Also,
how many competitions so far you competed already?
Oh, man. I would say like maybe 10, 12, 13, around there already.
So in these competitions, you will feel a very emotional time. You can feel sometimes you can be stressed, your hormonal level can go imbalanced stuff. How do you normally control that? How do you maintain your emotions?
I'm disconnected from myself sometimes.
You disconnected from yourself?
From myself. So like,
so
I do get emotional at certain times, but there's no energy to express it. So like, I could be feeling angry or something like that, but I could just be sitting down here just looking at you like nothing. No expression, it's just blank. I could be sad, I want to tear up and all that, but it would just be like,
I can resonate with you, like, because I think for you are the type of person who has that tunnel vision.
When I'm on something.
Yes, and you have that tunnel vision focus, right?
Yeah.
So where your mind goes, your energy flows.
Yeah.
And you put all your energy into that.
Yeah.
I
don't know if it's a good thing also because you have to regulate your emotions.
In a way, it is a good thing.
In
a way, because, like, then when you get, like, frustrated with other things, you did not have the energy to actually like vent out.
Yeah.
Right? Because all your energy is actually put into here.
Yes.
Right? You kind of like you said, you kind of like zoned out.
Yeah.
Right? You were angry, but it was not out.
I don't know how to express it. I'll just be like, oh, okay.
Because you did not have the energy to actually like vent it out.
But it comes hard when it comes to your loved ones because you're just like a fucking machine just going at it, waking up, training, eating, sleeping and all that kind of stuff. So there was this time where I had to be like, whoa, okay, like I had to step back a little bit and like, okay, wait, maybe I need to like gather back myself.
Finding the balance.
Yeah. So there was this time where my girl was in the gym and I was working out. I was just doing my rows and all that kind of stuff. And I was so into it. And I think we were like very close to the show already. And I think she was just like looking at me. So the feeling of someone looking was there. And I don't know why it was just so strong.
You have that energy, like someone
so I was like,
staring at you.
I just like, I put the weights down and look at her and I was like, what? And she was like, nothing. I continued back again. I didn't say anything. I just went back again. And she was
Just how focused you were. Yeah.
She was still standing there looking at me. Then I think I didn't slam the waist down or anything. Like, I just kind of put it down a little bit more. And I was like, what? And she was like, nothing. I'm just looking at you. I was like, I didn't say anything. I went back to it. Then after everything was done, I didn't say anything to her because I just wanted to get my training out of the way, my posing, and eat. I was just fucking hungry. I just want to eat. So I did everything. Finished my training, pose, send the check-ins and all that to my coach and all that. I was sitting down at the back of the gym, 24X at the back there, the stretching area and all that. Yeah. So I was sitting down there. I was about to eat. All of a sudden, my girl comes with a bag and everything and all that. And she was like, I'm leaving. I'm going. And I was like, my response, what I would have done, okay, yeah, fine. Go. And if anything happens after that, this is it. This is me and you are done. Like, I'm done because I don't want to put emotion into it and all that.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, no, don't do this. I was very close to like saying, okay, bye-bye. And that bye-bye would have been forever bye-bye.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Then I was like, dude, no. I had to pull myself back. I was like,
pull yourself back and actually
wait,
like, yes,
yeah,
okay.
Just calm down, take a deep breath, ask her to come here. So I asked her, what's up? And she started to tear up. She said, I don't know what am I doing wrong or something like that. I don't know how I can help you. You look so stressed up or spaced out.
She actually cared for you.
She cared. So her idea was, what can I do for you to not make it so hard for you? Because I can't see how hard it is going for me. Like, I want to be in the shit. Like, I want to really go all out. I want to feel the burn. I want to feel the struggle to it. I want to feel the challenge. But she, on the other hand, was like, how can I make it easier for you? And she felt helpless because I didn't want anything. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. All I needed to do was just keep quiet, stay away. But she wanted to help. Then I realized, like, dude, there are some people in your life who are like bigger supporters for you. And because I've been alone all my time and I've been doing everything by myself, to have someone there to like, no, like, nah, this person is actually here to support you. It's not like you need to do it all by your own. So that's why I had to learn, like, okay, chill, sit down, talk to her. I had to be very calm because you have no energy to even like sum up of what you want to say to her and stuff like that. So you say, no, I don't know how to help you and blah, blah, blah. So we talked and then, okay.
But from there you learn, right? Like
you learn about yourself, yeah.
Yes.
I learned a different character about myself also because like you still have to have control in some way. You're still a human being. You're not a fucking machine to go all out of it. Bodybuilding is not everything also. Yeah, it is. It has dictated my life and all that. It's built up my discipline, my principle of who I am and all that. But you need to know people at the back also. There are people at the back who's like rooting for you and they do want to help you also.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's very beautiful. Man. Yeah. And wow, cool.
Yeah.
That's very beautiful.
Thanks, man.
Yes.
So, okay, you have competed multiple shows. What one advice will you give to our next generation? How to choose a show?
Okay, honestly, I don't even know how to choose a show.
Come on, he competed for 12 shows.
Like, I'll just go like, oh, there's this show.
By now, okay, you will, okay, like for me, I competed, I think 8 shows back then. And for the first few shows, I was like you, I was very hungry. I just want to show up on the stage and stuff. But after that, I only want to join a stage that actually have some kind of high tier of cash prize involved. Because I know I can win in my mind. Yeah. So that's why I only look at the prizes when I join. Yeah. I don't want to put my work into waste. Yeah. And also recognition is a key for me. Yeah. If no recognition, and I won't step there. Why must I waste my time? Because I ever competed in Arnold Classic in Spain. When I come back, it's I spent over 15 for the whole process. Yeah. But when I come back, it's nothing. Yeah. So that's what opened up my eyes. I tell myself, no, I can't put myself over there, and I'm going to waste my time, my family time. And I don't know how long I will be leaving this world, and my family as well, the loved ones. If I'm going to just burn off this time by doing what I love to do myself, I'm actually wasting everybody's time. I mean, that's my thinking and stuff. Then after that, I joined only an event with some kind of benefit for me. What choice will you give? I mean, what advice will you give to choose an event?
I mean, honestly, coming from me, my perspective is like, I enjoy the process of it. So I don't really, I've never really choose a show and all that. I'm like, it's more of the experience. So like, if I get to go somewhere far away, and I don't even know what is it going to be like, but I get to go far away.
So you choose the country?
Or maybe even, there's something coming nearby and I'm like, yeah, I want to go for it. It's just the excitement of it. The excitement of just getting to prep and step on stage and show what I do.
Understand, yeah.
majority of times it has worked out to my advantage, where I managed to place something first, second, third, fourth, those kind of stuff. Other times not so lucky also, but the excitement of getting to prep and go to a show, I love that. But if you were to say how would you want to prep a show and all that, maybe watch a few federations and like see which federations are like, oh, this is how I actually want to be like when I step on stage, because different federations have their way of judging also. Like even in the IFBB, you got Global Classic and you got other stuff, right? So the way they judge also is a different way. So maybe you can look at their shows and like, oh, okay, maybe this is what I can nail. This is the look that I can actually nail. And I'll probably go for the next show or something like that and see what the judges will say for it. Compared to other shows where maybe they want you to be like grainy and dry or something. Like even for like Dream Aesthetic, right? You said the classic look, you don't want it to be so grainy, you know, you want to have the real classic look. So you all have a criteria for it also. So who people are watching you is like, yeah, that's the look I actually want to go for. So that's how you should pick your shows in terms of how you want to display yourself. Because I'm sure different federations has a way of wanting their athletes to look like also. So I would say that's my advice to like pick a show that way.
So now the question is for the organization. How do you think Dream Aesthetic can improve in future, and what we can do in the next coming years?
Okay, like you see how the IFBB are doing it for their athletes and all that, right?
What they
Where
doing?
you have a day in the life of their
Okay.
A day in a life.
Yeah, I know it's a lot. It might be a lot.
No, we did that actually.
Yeah,
We
you
are
did that?
yeah, we are doing that. Yes.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, something like day in
So
the life.
we did for one of our athlete,
Yeah.
Danny Azman. So we choose him, and then we do it a full day video with him.
Yes.
Yeah, a full day of eating for him. Yeah.
Something like that. Like literally just copy paste whatever the IFBB,
They have been
the
doing
Arnolds and the Frank Zanes has been doing back then. Because that's what we grew up to. That's what we watch, and they're like, I want to be that. So like if you can just copy paste that over here, but have like an Asian concept to it, it'll be eye opening for everyone else from the rest of the world also, because all of us we are having right now is the Western mindset of like, oh, they get up and like, you know, they make their drinks, they play with their dogs and stuff like that, you know. So it and how it is like when people are not there. People are still struggling.
Like the Asian way.
The real Asian type of like, oh, so this is how Asian bodybuilders are, because it'll be mind opening to the foreign people over there. They think they are having it. They are struggling. You know, no, you're not struggling, man. I would rather have what you are having, your struggle, than to have my struggle, that kind of shit. So I feel like here there's more real relateness in terms of bodybuilding. You know, in terms of bodybuilding growing in Asia right now, is growing, is getting there, you know, like here, Malaysia, India, China and all that, it's getting there. But we are still looking up to those people. You know, the C-bombs and all that kind of stuff. And they are always having that platform.
And we are using that as a template.
Yeah,
right?
we're using that. Yeah, we're looking at that all the time. But we actually have a lot of people here also. Like, they might not be the biggest people and all that, but in terms of their grind and all that, right? People here will be able to relate to that.
Yep. Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So something like that.
So is there any future competitions coming up for you? What is your next plan? When can we see Nash back in stage?
I would love to compete this year, but I think I'm taking a break for a while. So I'm just going to do a proper off season and see if there's anything coming up next year. So I'm actually aiming for next year.
So 2027? 2026. 2026, yeah. So we will see Nash again. Will we see it in DA?
Yeah, definitely. I want to do another DA show and maybe this time win it instead of just like, I'm just going to go there and practice posing and stuff.
Okay.
We will see it over there.
That's very nice to say, yes.
Okay, so we're going to actually wrap up. We actually asked you a lot of questions. Thanks for all your inspiring stories actually, and very useful for the upcoming generation.
Thank you.
Okay, so now we're going to do some rapid fire round for you, okay?
Let's do it.
So just one word answer.
Yeah.
Maybe
You do it.
okay. What's your favorite food?
Okay, there's two. It's burgers.
Sorry, favorite cheat meal.
Burgers or bak kut teh?
Bak kut teh.
Burgers, bak kut teh, okay.
Favorite
Not the Singaporean one, the Malaysian one.
favorite exercise?
I would say squats because I hate it. But yeah, I want to get my legs bigger, so it's always a squat. Yeah.
Morning or night workout?
I actually prefer night. Yeah.
What time is it normally work out?
If I can, around like 6, 7, or afternoons. Yeah.
Favorite bodybuilding icon?
Frank Zane or Cedric McMillan. Yeah.
One word to describe by yourself.
Grit.
Grit.
Yeah.
Grit. Grit.
Yeah, grit. Yeah.
Perfect. So we're going to close up the whole podcast. It's amazing to have you on board.
Thank you for having me. I really had fun.
So one word that actually you're going to tell to the viewers, one advice for the bodybuilding upcoming guys. What would you say before we wrap up this?
Make sure you love this. Yeah. You need to have a lot of passion and love for this.
So make sure you love this. Make sure you have passion for this.
Yeah.
Make sure committed
and patience.
Yeah, and patience.
You need to have a lot. Okay, if one word to sum up bodybuilding, I would say it's patience. It might sound so simple, but it's
very deep.
Yeah, it's very deep. Patience. Because everybody wants it fast. Everybody wants to grow fast. Like, you can't make an artwork in like few minutes.
Yeah.
When Michelangelo didn't like paint the whole 16 chapels in like few minutes. Like, it took how many years to finish that whole fucking artwork, man? Same thing, your body is an art. So don't think that you're gonna make a great art within a year. Yeah.
We probably need to have a few episodes, just to talk about that. Because even talking to you, I really enjoy talking to you.
I mean, I have fun.
Yes. But it feels like you have, a lot of things to also share. Just that we think due to the limitation of time, it's more of a kind of simplified.
Yeah.
So we don't really get.
I get it.
But let's see in the next opportunity.
So we will have the Massive podcast. We have yearly one time. Hopefully, maybe we can do 2 times. So it depends.
Yeah.
And also once again, thank you for sharing all your inspiring stories and also for the viewers, do check out Nash Instagram page and also follow up on his training program and stuff.
Yes.
And
Yeah, well, I think just to also wrap up, this episode, what I appreciate, and enjoy talking to you, right? I see, traits of champions.
Oh man, thank you so much.
Seriously, you were talking in your own version, but you see, when people talk to Ronnie Coleman, he was very simple-minded kind of person. Have you ever thought of being a Mr. Coleman? I just want to do a free membership kind of thing. Yeah, buddy, So very simplified. But the actual thing is, it's his character, his passion towards whatever he's doing. He just loves bodybuilding truly. And when he trains really hard. Out of this world kind of hard.
Yeah.
Same with Arnold. He does it. Even now in his old days, people ask why are you training? He say no, training is like breakfast to me. If I don't do it, I don't feel like myself.
Yeah.
So I think it's along the line. It's similar, but your own version.
Yeah.
And you're very tunnel vision. You have this mindset where you just focus and being a Rambo, right?
Yeah.
You just do it and you didn't think about anything. But along the way you kind of pick things up. You get become wiser.
Yeah.
In your life. As you grow, right? You become more mature. Yeah. So really enjoy talking to you.
Yeah,
Appreciate it. Yes.
Also.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Really enjoy and we're proud to be the first and the only organization doing this podcast for athletes. Athlete welfare always will be a number 1 priority for Dream Aesthetic.
Yes.
So for the viewers, do catch up our next episode, number 4, Dream Aesthetic Podcast Series 2 is coming out in a way.
Yes, thank you, Nash. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank you so much, Nash.
Thank you.
Yes.